Welcome back to episode 2 of the New Orleans Saints playbook rebuild. We are in the Super Bowl. That's where we left you off. We did a preview of this game. Now we're going to get into it. We're going to do a modified quick sim. My name is David. This is Franchise Revival. The point of this rebuild is to see if we can create a 2,000-yard running back that both catches for 1,000 yards and rushes for 1,000 yards. Is it possible? I don't know. We'll find out. But we also want to see how good is the Saints playbook. It's a playbook I've been wanting to rebuild with for a long time. And if you're going to draft one of these amazing running backs coming up in the 2025 draft, you might want to throw a lot of balls to them. And this is the offense to do it, in my opinion. So we're just going to test out how good is it really? Can you win championships? Can you create a dynasty? So let's get back into this. Sit back and enjoy. All right, well, here we are, 8:54 left in the first quarter. It's 0-0. And the Ravens take the first lead, 7-0, 10-0 into the second, 17-0. What is going on here? Come on, boys. Get it together. 17-0, end of the second. We do score. It's 17-7. Still in the third. 14-17. Trying to hold them here. They're up 10. Can we get a quick score here with 2 minutes left? 31-14. And that's probably all she wrote.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
Well, as we look at the 2027 season recap, we lost to the Ravens 31-14. And Lamar Jackson is the MVP. And that's all she wrote, folks. But what a great season. Hopefully, we don't lose our coordinators. I really liked our offensive coordinator. He was great for Tootin. And I don't know. Hopefully, we don't lose him. All right, we're at the resigning stage here. And Jair Alexander is an 87 overall star. He still got it, but I'll let him go back into the waters, and we'll see if we can pull him back. We are going to accept the option on Will Campbell for sure. And then, Chase Young's pretty much gone. So is Justin Reed, although he might still be viable. We can bring a lot of these guys back. We'll be looking for an upgrade at tight end, backups. Maybe we'll have interest in Luke Musgrave. He is super fast. But everybody else, if we want to bring him back, we can get him probably cheaper once they go to free agency and realize they ain't getting paid. So let's get to free agency. All right, guys. Free agency is insane. Jamar Gibbs made it. McConkey, Xavier Worthy. I thought about cheating the system and jumping ahead here and going with Jahmyr Gibbs. But I don't know. It's so much money, and Bashaw Tutin's close. I can't do it. Here's who we're targeting. We're going after Xavier Kinney on a 2-year deal. Terrion Arnold on a 4-year deal. Edgerrin Cooper on a 4-year deal. Tevin Jenkins on a 1-year deal. Jordan Davis on a 2-year deal. Dallas Turner. Oh, my God. Yeah. Our new defensive end, maybe. Rico Walker we're bringing back, and Luke Musgrave probably would be our starting tight end. So there's so many good players. I couldn't do it. I couldn't cheese the thing. We don't really need those players. It's unfortunate. We're trying to win a Super Bowl too, and I think Bashaw Tutin's like an 86 overall. He's like 98 speed right now with all the coaching boosts. So we're gonna do the right thing, possibly. So let's take a look at who we got after the round 1 of free agency. We only landed Tevin Jenkins, Jordan Davis, and Dallas Turner right now. And the big names went other places. McKinney went to the Titans. Terrion Arnold went to the Raiders along with Edgerrin Cooper. We lost that on them. So fuck it. We're putting a lot of money here on Jahmyr Gibbs. We're going to jump ahead here and see what we can do. And we're going to go after Xavier Worthy. We're just going to get every Texas wide receiver there is. Hopefully we bring in Rico Walker and Luke Musgrave, but we'll move on from Chris Olave soon. But this is crazy. Whatever. We're just going to build the best offense ever. All right, well, looking at the free agency recap, we did get Xavier Worthy. Not really someone we needed, but we have the sickest, fastest wide receiver core there is. Tevin Jenkins. He's on a one-year deal. Jordan Davis is an upgrade as our DT2. He's on a 2-year deal. Dallas Turner, absolute beast, super fast. He's our right end. Patrick Paul, nice backup guy. Rico Walker came back to us. Luke Musgrave will be our starting tight end as of right now. Jordan Knox, another real nice backup lineman. He's only 23 at 72 overall. He signed for 7 years. And Jake Adams, another nice backup here, 23 years old, 72 overall. It's the 31st pick of round 1, and we have, well, what looks like our pick of the litter of tight ends. That's another thing. Tight ends are kind of hard to find, like real good ones, for me at least. I know this man's a round 1 talent, but I think this person right here, Jake Gentry, is a better player. He's heavier, he's stronger, he's just as fast. Number 36 in true value, we drafted him at 31. I'm hoping that is a very high hidden development. Please be. All right, so we're at pick 10 of the second round, and we don't pick for a very long time. We're back into the third round, but we still have a round 1 through 2 talent sitting here. We need another safety, in my opinion, and this Mike Waddle looks really good. 6'2", 207, 21 years old. B, hip power. A, man coverage. C, tackle. C, zone. Number 18 in true value. We grabbed him at 42. His acceleration is a little butt sauce, but we'll take a 91 speed, 65 strength, and hidden development player at 21 years old. And it's weird that he's left-handed. All right, 2 things. One, I didn't realize that this 31st pick was in the second round. I thought it was in the third round, so we don't have to wait as far as we had originally thought. And yeah, there's still those tight ends on the board, which is amazing. But we're going to take Zach Preston here. Got to worry about our offensive line in the future, and this is a really good center in my opinion. One of the fastest, one of the strongest. He's elites, greats, good strength. We'll take Zach Preston. Number 52 in true value. We took him at 63 hidden development, 88 strength, 74 speed, and 85 acceleration. This guy can play all over the interior of the offensive line, but definitely could be our center of the future. All right, we're at pick 31 of the third round, and we still get a round 1 through 2 talent here. D'Angelo Duval out of South Carolina. He's got 3 Bs and an A, a run stopper. He's pretty fast, so we can definitely build this man up as someone we can use. And he's 21 years old, 6'3", 233. I like him. Number 38 in true value. We grabbed him at 95. Hidden development, 6'3", 233, 21 years old out of South Carolina, like we said. 86 speed, 88 acceleration, 77 strength. I'll take that all day. All right, well, looking at our draft recap, Jake Gentry is a hidden development superstar. Let's go. Mike Waddle, he is a hidden development safety. Zach Preston's hidden development center. And D'Angelo Duval is a hidden development linebacker. The rest of these guys are just depth pieces. 2028 season, we are an 87 overall team, 91 on offense, 84 on defense. Let's take a look at this team real quick, and then we're going to get into the season. Drew Allar, superstar, up to a 90 overall. Tootin is a star development. It's up to an 88, backed up by Joyner, who is also our power back. Chris Olave, Xavier Worthy, Matthew Golden, Isaiah Bond, 3 Texas wide receivers, Adonai Mitchell. Gentry, our rookie superstar tight end, is starting. Fuaga, Ruiz, Preston starting for the injured Eric McCoy, Tevin Jenkins, and Will Campbell. And on the defense, You got Brian Breesy. You got Jordan Davis, Shamar Stewart, Dallas Turner, McKinstry, Dax Hill. The only problem we really have is our corner two. We are building up OJ over here, and he's going to be our slot to start the season. Deshaun Spears, he's a superstar, and he's our sub linebacker right now. He's got amazing zone man coverage and catching. You got the rookie Waddle backing him up, and Thieneman, McFadden, TJ Quinn, and Damone Clark. And this Duval guy is backing them all up, and he's also backing up the rush DN. So besides corner, I feel really good about this team. Maybe if we're struggling on defense, we pick up a corner in a trade. But right now, that's our focus in this upcoming draft. So let's advance together and see if we can get a win. We did train throw medium and stop the short ball. 24-21. Good win to open the season here. We'll take a look at the stats. Drew Allar, 381 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. Bayshaw Tootin, 16 carries for 47 yards at 2.1 or 2.9 a carry. Chris Olave, 9 catches, 193 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. The rookie, 6 receptions for 75 yards, and Tootin 4 for 43. So we are cooking early here. Let's get through this season because I feel like we're going to have a real nice one. At the halfway point here, week 9, we're 7-2, 88 overall team, 91 on offense, 85 on defense, 4th in points, 9th in pass yards, 26th in rush yards, 13th in points against, 8th in pass yards against, and 10th in rush yards against. I can see us doing a lot better than that. I think the bye has our numbers up a little bit higher than we need to be. Drew Allar, 2,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, a passer rating of 112.3, 8.7 yards an attempt. Rushing yards, Bayshaw Tootin, 110 carries, 460 yards, and 7 rushing touchdowns, 22 broken tackles for 48 yards. Pretty dang good, man. Chris Olave, 47 receptions, 743 yards, 5 receiving touchdowns. He's 100 a game. That is pretty incredible. Anytime you're over 100 is awesome. The rookie Jake Gentry, 36 catches for 379 yards, 3 receiving touchdowns. Isaiah Bond, 22 for 301. Tootin, 29 catches for 280 yards and a touchdown. And Xavier Worthy. I don't know what's going on in the wide receivers here, but I would think that Xavier Worthy would be doing a lot better. And Matthew Golden doesn't even exist. So I'm thinking about trading him away. Not sure if we're going to do that. He needs to be re-signed, and he's not doing jack shit. So probably going to trade him away, honestly. Sacks-wise, Brian Breesy's leading the team. Not really getting much out of Dallas Turner or Shamar Stewart, which is awful. Anyway, I'm going to see what I can do about getting more sack numbers. I mean, our team is playing well, so there's really nothing you can complain about. We're probably going to move on from Matthew Golden. And, yeah, just keep on plugging on. We really need a corner. I tried to look for one, and I didn't really see that much of a move for anybody. So, if anything, we got an abundance of picks here. I mean, wide receivers, and we need to make a move. We're making a deal with the devil here. We're sending Matthew Golden for a cornerback from the Chiefs. I think it's Christian Gray, I believe his name is. But the Chiefs really need a wide receiver because we stole one, and we're sending them Matthew Golden for Gray. All right, guys, we're in the playoffs here. We did not get the 1 seed, but we are 12-5, 89 overall team, 92 on offense, 87 on defense. Second in points, first in pass yards at 299 yards, and 0.7. Round that up, that's 300. 81st in rush yards, 15th in points allowed, 21st in pass yards allowed, and 8th in rush yards against. We're facing off the Eagles. We've already beaten them this year. We kind of have the Eagles numbers, and I would say that in the playoffs and just in general, the Saints kind of have the Eagles numbers from what I just remember, especially losing to Drew Brees. But playoff bracket wise, who we got here? The Bills got the 1 seed. They're the Bills. You got the Broncos, Colts, Ravens, Patriots. I believe the Patriots had some really nice drafts, or at least last draft. Texans, Chiefs, of course, Cowboys. The freaking Cowboys got the 1 seed. The Rams and the 49ers were playing the Eagles, and then you got the Lions and the Seahawks. Seahawks have like 299 overall RBs, which is just absolutely dumb. Let's take a look at the stats. Drew Aller goes over 5,000 yards, 41 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions, a passer rating of 117.2, 8.6 yards per attempt. Bayshaw Tootin, he did miss a game. He would have went over 1,000 yards, which is unfortunate. 4.2 yards carry, 14 rushing touchdowns, 44 broken tackles. Drew Aller did have almost 200 yards on the ground with 4 rushing touchdowns. Receiving wise, Chris Olave, 108 catches, 1,600 yards, and 16 touchdowns. Jake Gentry, the tight end, 86 catches, 917 yards, and 7 receiving touchdowns. I don't get it. But they told me I didn't make his goal, his rookie expectations goal. What? What are you talking about? Xavier Worthy, first year on the team, 83 catches, 846 yards, 8 receiving touchdowns. Bayshaw Tootin, 73 catches, 774 reception yards, and 4 rushing or receiving touchdowns. He would have went over 800 for sure had he not missed a game. I'm going to say Isaiah Bond could be his last year here. 52 catches, 625 yards, and 5 receiving touchdowns. The one reason why I don't really want to get rid of him and let him walk is because Chris Olave's coming up on leaving us. Luke Musgrave and Luke Reynolds both, chipped in there. So that's because Jake Gentry did miss a game. So Gentry would have won over probably 90 catches and close to 1,000 yards. Unfortunate. Defensively, Dylan Thieneman led our team in tackles. Sacks, Brian Breesy had 10. Dallas Turner had 6.5. Shamar Stewart only had 5.5. Not getting a lot of sacks out of this playbook, but interception-wise, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Dylan Thieneman, and Micah McFadden all led the team with interceptions. So Drew Aller passes Jared Goff and Dylan Raiola for most passing yards, passing touchdowns. Mahomes back at it. He has 51. Arch Manning has 50. Wow. Dylan Raiola has 47. And then Jordan Love has 42. Got 41. Rushing wise, Jahmyr Gibbs, almost 1,700 yards on 303 carries on the Seahawks, which is crazy. Cade Dorm doing it for the Giants. That's pretty nice to see. 20 rushing touchdowns for Bijan. He's kind of been a beast. And then you got Lamar Jackson with 5. What did I say? 5? 15? I don't know. Puka, 115 catches, followed by Olave with 108. Wan'Dale Robinson, Josh Downs, Brandon Ayuk, and Xavier Restrepo of the Titans. Receiving yard-wise is Puka over Olave by just like 30 yards. Brandon Ayuk has 25 touchdowns. Puka has 24. Rashee Rice has 20. Edgerrin Cooper leads the league in tackles on the freaking Raiders, who we wanted. Greg Rousseau is back in the league in sacks, followed by Myles Garrett, Aiden Hutchinson, Deion Walker, who's been a beast for the Chiefs. It's not the first time I've seen the Chiefs draft him. Zach Ball now on the Broncos has 5 interceptions, followed by Max Melton, Tyreek Woolen, and Trent McDuffie. We almost traded for Max Melton. But there's the leaders. Let's advance together. We've been training throw medium this whole entire season, except for 1 week we did train throw short, and we had like 400 yards passing and 1 passing touchdown, and Tootin had like 9 or 10 or 13 catches or something like that game. The Eagles, they're 10th in points. Good rush team, good defense. But let's see if we can get back to the Super Bowl and capitalize on this run we have. We did go all in, and we get the win, 28-17. I'm sorry, got the Eagles' numbers. I know. We have their number. Drew Allar, 250 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns. Tootin did not really do anything on the ground. Chris Olave, big game, 8 for 73 and 2. Gentry, 8 for 65. Tootin had 7 for 56. Isaiah Bond with a touchdown defensively. Wow. Brian Breesy and Dallas Turner combining for 4 sacks. All right, here. So we're taking on the Rams. They're 13-4. They were 4th in points, 3rd in pass yards, 11th in rush yards, 2nd in points against, 13th in pass yards against, and 2nd in rush yards against. I think this is a tougher matchup. I mean, we have the overall advantage, but they have the record advantage and home field advantage. And they seem like their defense has been playing very, very well. So let's see if Drew Allar can take care against Dylan Raiola. Yes, he can. Holy crap. Drew Allar hasn't thrown an interception this playoffs. 302 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns. Bashaw Tootin, probably like the most yards I've seen him get in a game. 22 carries, 78 yards, 3.5 carry. Xavier Worthy, 6 for 74 and a touchdown. Olave was 3 for 41 and 2 touchdowns. Bashaw Tootin had 4 for 46 defensively. Seemed like the defense really stepped up here. Brian Breesy just having phenomenal playoffs. Another 2 sacks. Jordan Davis has a sack and a half. Micah McFadden, half a sack. He's been playing very well. And we got the Lions. We're on the road for our second. No, we're home. Oh, man. I'm dumb. Wow. All right. Well, let me get into strategizing, and then we'll take a look at this game real quick. All right. Well, here we are taking on the Lions. They're 10-7. They are a pretty low overall team for sure. 83 overall, 85 on defense, 85 on offense, 81 on defense. They were 9th in the league in points, 2nd in pass yards, 31st in rush yards against. Or actually, they were 31st in rush yards. They are 14th in points, 9th in pass yards against, and 22nd in rush yards against. I mean, they have one of the best defensive players in the game. They still have Laporta, Amon-Ra. This should be a really good game. So let's advance together to see if we are getting back to the Super Bowl. Fuck. Gotta be kidding me. 31-24. We did not get there. Drew Allar, still no interceptions in the game, but in the playoffs, I should say. Oh, Tootin 8 carries for 16 yards. What? Yo, that's dumb. I mean, this is a great team. I can't believe how we fell short. Looking at the Pro Bowl roster, of course, Arch Manning is QB1 and Dylan Raiola. Drew Allar's QB3. Tootin gets halfback 2. And he loses out to Gibbs, but he beats out Robinson. Olave, wide receiver 3. Our rookie tight end, Gentry, is tight end 1, which is crazy. Will Campbell, left tackle 2. Tevin Jenkins, left guard 2. Fuaga is the right tackle number 1. As far as linebackers go, we don't have anybody there. Of course, good to see Trenton Simpson there, who we were in on. Corner, McKinstry made it as CB3. Safety, Thieneman and Spears both made it as strong safeties. Yearly award time, Arch Manning gets MVP over Dylan Raiola, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Drew Allar. Coach of the Year, Sean McVay. NFC awards, Puka is the Offensive Player of the Year over Ayuk and Manning. Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year over Aiden Hutchinson. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jake Gentry. Let's go. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Bob Childers. The 49ers, best QB, Arch Manning. Best RB, Bijan over Tootin. Best wide receiver is Puka over Ayuk and Chris Olave. Joe Tooney. Best offensive lineman. Best defensive lineman is Aiden Hutchinson. Best linebacker, James Pierce Jr. of the Panthers. That's cool. Tyreek Woolen and Devin Witherspoon are both the best DBs, and the best kicker is John Love of the Giants. Looking at the 2028 season recap, it is the Buffalo Bills getting a championship over the Detroit Lions. Of course, Buffalo Bills, they're going to win a championship at some point in your rebuild. They're just that good. The playbooks are just that good. So, I don't know. Do we make a playbook change on defense? Because I can guarantee that we switch to the Bills defense, we are winning a Super Bowl. So as we are in the resigning phase here, we are going to pick up the option on Drew Allar for sure. And then we are also going to pick up the option here on Christian Gray. And then everybody else we're going to let walk. I mean, what can I do about Isaiah Bond? Yeah. Do I sign him? Do I not? I'm gonna let him walk. If I can go after him, I will. But we gotta worry about re-signing Drew Allar first. A good thing for us is that we did not lose our offensive coordinators, which is amazing. We did not lose them, so that is really, really cool. Welcome to free agency. We're going big, and we're gonna go home. We traded off McCoy, our center. We traded off Jordan Davis, and we're going after Abdul Carter. He made it to free agency. He's only an 83 overall, but he's super fast, and he's strong. And we're going to move him to D end, and we're going to move Shamar Stewart inside to D tackle. So we're already planning on it. We don't know what's going to happen. Oh my God, you got to be fucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Free agency recap. We did. I don't think I've ever done this bad in free agency. I mean, we offered a ton of money. We offered a lot of players, and no one wanted to come to New Orleans. What the hell? In this draft, and there's plenty of picks to be made, but we're gonna go here at pick 30 in the first round. James Durbin, 252 pounds, 6'6". Round 1 through 2 talent out of LSU. We're going to go and try to make a 2 tight end system here. Number 36 in true value. We got him at 30, 88 speed, 88 acceleration, 70 strength. Let's go. Okay, so we're sending our second this year, our third this year, and our fourth this year to move up to the first pick of the second round to get a round 1 through 2 talent corner. I don't want to wait on them at 25, so we're going to use our picks to move up. This has been my strategy, and this is what we're going to do. There's so many good players, but I don't want to miss out on a corner because we're not going to be able to pay the man we traded for. So we're going to go after a big slot corner here. He's 6 foot 210. Number 26 in true value, and we got him at 33. So definitely looking towards the future with this one a little bit, but hey, no development here, but 92 speed, 93 acceleration, 93 agility, 89 change direction, 92 jump, 66 strength. Yeah, this guy's going to be pretty good. I don't need this guy here, but I just like Payne, and we have another LSU product here. Cecil Williams, he's around 2 through 3 talent. He's got 3 Bs and an A. He didn't do the combine and the pro day. I can't help myself. Cecil Williams, number 70 in true value, and we drafted him at 57. Oh well. No development, 83 speed, 90 acceleration, 69 strength. I wish he was better, but I couldn't help myself. Use more draft capital to move up to the number 2 pick of the third round. We didn't want to miss out on Daryl McDowell. He's a speed rush D tackle, 55 in true value. We got him at 66, 80 speed, 84 acceleration, 87 strength. He's only 6'1", 301, but we want pass rushers here at this position. pick 30, number 126, we get the 88th true value wide receiver here. Deep threat, 5'9", 192, 98 speed, 97 acceleration, 98 agility, 97 change direction, 88 jump, 51 strength, hidden development. Pick 30 of round 4. I'll take it. Draft recap time. James Durbin, 88 speed, 88 acceleration. He is what you call a superstar X Factor tight end, which I'm probably going to play in the slot. Not going to lie. That's just crazy. Enrique Ruthland, he is 74 overall. Cecil Williams, 73 overall, but no development. Daryl McDowell, he's 73 overall. George Hill, 71 overall, wide receiver, superstar. I got to get this guy on the field right away. The best corner went number 2 overall. Yeah, Houston Childress. I mean, some really good linemen in this draft. Round 1, of course, went to the Bucks with the best corner. Chandler Flattery, best defensive tackle. Wow. I passed up on that guy. Oh well. Jamie Myers right behind them. Tight end Henry Donald. Not very fast. Probably a really good blocking tight end. Of course, the Cowboys, they're on a mission to be really good. Jerome Davis, a linebacker I passed up on. Damn. 90 speed, 90 acceleration. Too busy messing around with other stuff here. Cornerback Isaiah Murphy, 70 overall. Gets Dexter Charles, Joshua Oakley, halfback, all get top honors in the 5th. Top honors in the 6th is Anthony Northrup for the Bills. Of course, the Bills getting another good player. Zach Peterson for the Bucks, a corner, 69 overall, with a bunch of good corners. 69 overall players aren't bad. As we're making a deal here, we're setting Chris Olave, a superstar X Factor who's 29, 2 years left on his contract, to the Titans, who desperately need a wide receiver. So they're going to send us their 1st and 3rd in this upcoming draft. It might seem a little backwards, but we don't have room for 3 wide receivers. And we have a superstar X Factor rookie that we got to get on the field. And this saves money in the long run and allows us to resign Drew Allar in the future and hopefully add other players around him. All right, so here we are at the start of the 2029 season. We are 87s across the board. Yes, we did go backwards, and I think it was necessary. I don't think overall matters that much. So let's look at the depth chart. Drew Allar is an X Factor, 95 overall. Bashaw Tootin is a 91 overall with the boost, 98 speed, 96 acceleration, 87 agility, 89 change of direction. That is a beast right there, in my opinion. Rico Walker is our fullback, and we got some tight ends backing him up. The rookie, Cecil Williams, might be moving to that spot. You get him on the field more. Xavier Worthy, X Factor, got double me on him. And then the X Factor superstar rookie, George Hill. That's why we had to move on and lower our overall. We had to get rid of Chris Olave to make room for him. So we got speed all over the place. Tight end, Jake Gentry is a superstar X Factor tight end. And then he's backed up by James Durbin, the rookie superstar. I think he's superstar X Factor, actually. Anyway, he's in the slot. Then you got Will Campbell. Move Patrick Paul into left guard for now. The rookie, Zach, well, he was a rookie last year, but Zach Preston's turn to start here. Cesar Ruiz, it's probably one of his last years. Tylese Fuaga, he's just on a huge contract, so we got to start making room so we can sign that superstar quarterback. Jamar Stewart really needs to take a step forward here. So does Dallas Turner. They're both making a lot of money buying Breesy's up to an 88, and then we got the rookie Daryl McDowell. And one of the reasons why I went after him, not because he's 6'1", 301, that's kind of small, but he's 80 speed, 84 acceleration with 87 strength. And speed seems to do that DT2 spot really good. Micah McFadden, he's probably out of here soon. TJ Quinn, he's our starting middle linebacker, and it's time for D'Angelo Duvall to step up. He was a star rookie last year. Xavier McKinney, he's a superstar. Christian Gray, probably his last year, along with Daxton Hill. And then we got OJ and Rutland, the rookie.
that'll probably be moving up in the draft, or not the draft order, but moving up in the depth chart come next year. You got Mike Waddle, he's a star, 79 overall. Dylan Thieneman and Deshaun Spears, who is our sub linebacker, they're both superstars. So that is the team. Yes, we are rocking with a tight end in the slot, and let's see how we do. Well, we took the L 34-31. There's going to be some growing pains. I also trained to throw deep, so that could be hurting us a little bit here. If it doesn't work out, we'll pull it back a little bit here. So Bayshaw Tootin did get 18 carries for 81 yards and 4.5 yards average and a touchdown. Receiving wise, Xavier Worthy 8 for 110 and 2. The rookie 6 for 55 and 1. Gentry had 4 for 35. Dubin had 2 for 15. So if we lose 2 in a row training to throw deep, we'll go back to throw medium and throw short. The backup DN got a sack, and Micah McFadden got an interception. So there you go. We're off to a bad start, but we'll see how we do come halfway of this season.
All right, guys, we are 8 games in, just past week 9, halfway through the season. We got 9 more games to go. We're 88s across the board, 4-4, and the only thing we're really good at is stopping the run. And I like to say abilities are ruining this game for my team. A lot of abilities put on the team. Drew Allar, I mean, this is his worst season yet, and he's a superstar X Factor with Gambit and all this shit here. So, I don't know. He's gotten worse. Tootin, he's now a superstar. In my opinion, he's not very good. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not really a fan of how this is going. Actually, I wanted to change this if he wasn't doing good. So we'll go with matchup nightmare. Yeah. I know we have some younger players, especially George Hill, who's leading our team in receptions and yards, and we're starting James Durbin at our slot wide receiver spot, but that shouldn't be keeping us from being this good contract wise. And we're gonna have to do something with our money coming soon. Thieneman, he's up for contract. Well, Campbell's up for contract. TJ Quinn, who's now a superstar, by the way, he's up for contract. So those are 3 big guys, and we got no money. So we'll see what we're gonna be doing here. Yeah, well, there you go. So, not really excited about the season. I mean, I kind of figured we'd be at this point here. So, let me set some things here, and then we'll go from here. Hopefully, we're in the playoffs. See you at the end of the season. All right, guys, we are 8 games in, just past week 9, halfway through the season. We got 9 more games to go. We're 88s across the board, 4-4, and the only thing we're really good at is stopping the run. And I like to say abilities are ruining this game for my team. A lot of abilities put on the team. Drew Allar, I mean, this is his worst season yet, and he's a superstar X Factor with Gambit and all this shit here. So, I don't know. He's gotten worse. Tootin, he's now a superstar. In my opinion, he's not very good. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not really a fan of how this is going. Actually, I wanted to change this if he wasn't doing good. So we'll go with matchup nightmare. Yeah. I know we have some younger players, especially George Hill, who's leading our team in receptions and yards, and we're starting James Durbin at our slot wide receiver spot, but that shouldn't be keeping us from being this good contract wise. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something with our money coming soon. Thieneman, he's up for contract. Will Campbell's up for contract. TJ Quinn, who's now a superstar, by the way, he's up for contract. So those are three big guys, and we got no money. So we'll see what we're gonna be doing here. We limped into the playoffs, winning our division at 9-8. We're 90 overall team, 91 on offense, 89 on defense. I mean, we are a pretty damn good team, and we sucked. I mean, 4th in points scored, 2nd in pass yards. That's about it, yo. We'll look at the stats. I mean, Drew Allar, 4,800 yards, 41 passing touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Pretty much on pace for last year. Rushing wise, 828 yards, and 11 touchdowns for Bayshaw Tootin. Okay. Not rushing the ball very much. Xavier Worthy, 96 receptions, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. Our tight end, Jake Gentry, had 90 for 903 and 6. Our rookie, George Hill, had 80 for 843 and 8. Tootin had 67 for 760 and 5. And our slot rookie had 66 for 75 and 9 receiving touchdowns. So there you go. That's fun. The defense is what really killed us here, man. Our rookie defensive tackle led our team in sacks. How does that happen? I don't know. I'm still at a loss for this season. Drake May threw for 5,000 yards. That's cool. Dylan Raiola killing it still in the Rams. Bryce Young, there he is, popping up in a rebuild randomly later in the rebuild. Dylan Raiola and Jordan Love all tied for 44 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes, he's kind of fallen off there a little bit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 1,300 yards rushing, followed by Ashton Gentry and Isaiah Pacheco on the Vikings. Crazy. Trevor Etienne, he seems to be a popular guy to score a lot of touchdowns in rebuilds recently. Receiving wise, of course, Puka, 125 catches for 1,695 yards and 24 touchdowns. Matthew Golden leaves us and has 107 catches for 1,200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jaden Reed, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins pop up out of nowhere. Okay. Yards wise is Puka over Lab McConkey and Marvin Mims and Rashee Rice, Momo Dunes. Puka and Brandon Ayuk seem to be the leaders, followed by Rashee Rice for touchdowns. How about defense? Fred Warner, 144 tackles. Alan McNeil leads the league in tackles for loss with Derek Brown at 18. Agent Hutchinson and Nick Bosa both are up there in the lead for sacks and interceptions. Goes to Will Johnson and Max Melton. Let's see if we can make some sort of a run here. We got a tough 49ers team, but we're at home. And we win. Okay, we won. All right, got my attention. We get the Cowboys, who are like a super team. Let's see how we won this game, though. Drew Allar finally throws interceptions in the playoffs. 333 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Bayshaw Tootin, 15 carries, 70 yards and 4.7 yards a carry. Xavier Worthy, 8 for 89 and 1. Jake Gentry, 7 for 82. And Bayshaw Tootin, 4 for 54 and a receiving touchdown. Defensively, Shamar Stewart and our rookie Darryl McDowell combined for 3 sacks. How about that? This rookie's killing it, man. Is it the DT2 spot, or is that we just went after the right guy? Heavy enough, fast enough, strong enough. We'll have to find out. All right. Well, we have an insanely tough game here in Dallas against the Cowboys, who have put together a super team with one Arch Manning. Let's check out this injury. Whatever. It's our third linebacker. All right. Let's do some upgradations and upgradations. I like that. And get the simming. All right. Well, we strategized, and this team is a super team. They got Arch Manning, Genty. They picked up Isaiah Bond. They still have CeeDee Lamb. They have a freaking amazing offensive line. Defense has some holes, but they got Micah Parsons, and then they added Abdul Carter. They stole him from us. They're fourth in rushing, sixth in points scored, 15th in pass yards, 22nd in points against, 25th in pass yards against, and fourth in rush yards against. So their weakness is a little bit of our strength. So, and we did put McKinstry in the slot to shut down CeeDee Lamb, hopefully. So let's advance together and see if we can get back to the NFC Championship. No, that didn't happen. That did not happen. Oh man, our defense is so bad this year. I don't get it. Drew Allar, 333 yards. It's I don't know. Do I have to change playbooks? Do I gotta cheese the system? I don't want to. All right, looking at the Pro Bowl, Drew Allar did not make it. Arch Manning did. That means the Cowboys are not going to the playoffs or the Super Bowl. Our running back did not make it. Our tight end made tight end 2. That's cool. Towards Caleb Williams gets the MVP over Lamar Jackson. Coach of the Year, Mike McDonald. They had a really good offseason. Puka, again, is Offensive Player of the Year in the Rams, of course. Nick Bosa is Defensive Player of the Year. George Hill, the rookie, beats out our tight end for Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's good to see. Antonio Hannon beats out Darryl McDowell. Oh, man, that stinks. That guy played so well. Trevor Etienne is the best RB over Tootin. Come on, man. Puka's the best wide receiver. Drew Kendall is the best O-line. Nick Bosa, best D-line. Fred Warner, best linebacker. Lenore is the best DB. I gotta check out what playbook they're in. We're doing that right now. Why the 49ers have such a good season? Are they still the 49ers? No. They're Atlanta. 29 season recap. The Green Bay Packers beat the Baltimore Ravens 24-21. Barrett Carter, the middle linebacker, is your Super Bowl MVP. And yeah, that's was that two out of 3 years that the Ravens have gone to the Super Bowl, and they've lost 1 of 2.